mother knows best. After all, a Miranai production, Suitable Boy is an on-screen adaptation of the book by Vikram Seth about mainly two families discovering their place in India after independence, with the children of the family and their point of view leading the charge. This is the third and final course of the Suitable Boy commentary. If you haven't watched part 1 and 2, you might want to circle back after this to find out how he really got here. I couldn't finish off this series without talking about the women in this saga. I loved how strong the women's point of view came across in this production. There was a real feel of balance in that regard. A theme that I thought to be interesting was the way that the wistful traditional past was constantly juxtaposed with the charged modern present. For example, Meenakshi's liberal licentiousness against her mother-in-law's customary steadfastness. Had this production just left these two characters to carry this message alone, it would have made for a very simple and pretty picture. But the script was flipped when we get to see Lata's mother's reverence for these colonial trophies despite her traditional worldview, and Meenakshi's disrespect of them despite her assimilation to colonial culture. All of the main characters within this production really came alive with this level of complexity shining through. I can't mention strong female characters without talking about Saeeda and in extension Tasneem, who embodied some of the harsh realities of being a woman in early post-colonial India. Saeeda being a single mother, an artist, both roles ostracizing her from her community due to the stigma attached to the time. Saeeda's life story isn't novel, but that doesn't make it any less heartbreaking. If you think about how far women have come by way of empowerment and independence, and how simple living your truth a few decades ago could get you killed, even today in some parts of the world. Despite the strong political rhetoric of this mini-series, at the heart of it, I think it was about family, relationships and the roles played within them. Over and over, I kept seeing parents no longer having the control over their children they once had in their formative years, and having to watch from the sidelines as all they could really do in their child's adulthood is strongly suggest. Also the feeling of helplessness and fear that comes out of that. Parents also being flawed, and even though they want the best for their children, they might just be terrible people. I hope one day African literary interpretations as a whole can be as beautifully depicted as this. It was dripping in subtext. There's still so much more I could have said, but I'm gonna leave it here. 5 out of 5. Would definitely watch it again. If this period piece sparked a nostalgic feeling, maybe this one can fan the flame. Or else, you can subscribe to get alerted to more historically centered content.